Hi everyone and welcome to Trades of the Week and reporting live here from London. Now in this episode today we have some really exciting stuff to go through. We're going through the depegging of stablecoins, USDC among others. What is happening with that? But also the banks. Are we seeing a bank run? The Silvergate, the Signature Bank, and there's a whole list of these, but maybe the most and biggest one that is most talked about is the Silicon Valley Bank. What is happening with that? Did actually a UK bank buy the UK arm for just $1? And what is happening with cryptos is shot up after those news. Will cryptos go to the moon now? Well, in this episode, you will find out. But before we jump into today's episode, there is a really important announcement I have, and that is this. We have something called the I Am Insider, where you will get exclusive content, the crypto of the week, the stock of the week, exclusive market updates, and much, much more. A course on how you get started with cryptos and stocks, and a lot more. But more importantly, it is a way for you to become an insider, and it is for free. So press the link below and sign up today before it's too late. And it is for you, so you can start learning and take advantage of all the market movements that are happening before it comes out. So with that being said, let's dive into it. Alright, so I want to start with the Buffalo trades before we jump into the market update. So looking at the Buffaloes, we have a couple of updates to make for you here. And if you're new to the channel, a big warm welcome. And just know that we are having a trading section, we have an investing section, a crypto section as well. And we're going to take you through the various strategies that we are using. So keep watching these, so you will learn how they work and how you can benefit from the market as well. And where we usually start is the trading strategies. So the Buffalo strategy is a way for us to take advantage of the movement in the market, because as you know, it goes up and down and up and down, and we take advantage of that rather than just buying and holding. So the Buffalo strategy, we try to, buy when we have a certain pattern. So 3 bounces, and then we buy or sell if it's the other way around. And if you're new, right, you can actually make money when the market goes down as well, which is incredible. So basically, we had 3 bounces here, it got up, we were 1% in profits on our entire account. So 1%, if you have 100,000 in there, that's a $1,000 risk, but we try to make 3 times as much. As you can see here, the green area is 3 times as big as the red. So we were up 1%. So if you have a $100,000 account, it's 1,000. But we put the stop loss then at break even, which means we have a risk-free trade, which is also great, right? But we were stopped out at break even, so we made 0 on this. But hey, we can have a lot of 0 trades in order for us to maybe have a few losses, but then we're going to have some winners as well, which I will show you in just a moment. So the other update, the other ones are not much to update at the moment, but if you have a look at Google, which is one that we were in as well, we were up 3% in profits, right? So we risked 1%, but to make 3%. And we were stopped out at 2.48% profit, which was good because then it rallied down. So if you got out of this at 2.48% profit, well done. Comment in the chat. I would love to hear about it. But that's a big moo because we're milking the cow. We take some profits there. So that's our signature sound. I mean, to practice my moves though. And then we have PEG as well. PEG is really pegged down. It is Public Services Enterprises Group. And this, we're up 2% in profit. We put the stop loss at 1%. So we're now in a risk-free trade. And before we jump into the next couple of pieces of news here, today it's Tuesday. But today the inflation numbers comes out. So we are trying to keep, on top of the bigger economic picture, and some days some economic news are coming out, like today we have the inflation numbers. Some other times it can be everything about interest rates. It can even be as easy as the Federal Reserve, they go out and talk, and that moves the market as well. So we just want to make sure we follow the rules and follow the strategies. But if you're in something with a good profit, and now today before the market opens, they're going to do the announcements, just be prepared for some big market movements. So that's one way we do manage our trades. Now, today we have those numbers coming out, but I think the big talk of the week is really the banks in the US. Now, there are being a lot of rumors, and a lot of them are struggling with liquidity. Let's take the Silicon Valley Bank as an example. They were lending out money like there was no tomorrow to their technology businesses. And now when all of them are struggling, no one can really pay back their loans. They defaulted as a result because they, in turn, right, they need to also pay money to lenders, etc. So what happened was HSBC, the UK bank, they actually bought the Silicon Valley arm for £1. But that being said, they also need to put in like $2 billion to then also pay off all its loans and save the businesses. Now, what's really important here is this. The banks are having a struggle. That's really the case. And the market has been going down a bit as a result. But with that being said, what is happening is that crypto has gone up as well. So now we're seeing a little bit of a depegging from cryptos and stocks. But when it comes to the stock market in its whole, then it doesn't really matter when we are trading, because with trading we are taking advantage of the shorter term movements in the market. And what this situation is doing is creating a lot of volatility, which means the market is moving up and down a lot. Volatility is the posh word for just moving a lot, basically. And which we love, right? That is why we can now be up 2% on PEG, why we took profit on 2.48% on Google, as an example. But the two ones we're looking at this week, the first one is Netflix. So Netflix, we all know and love Netflix. Well, I guess we both love and hate it because it's taking time away from us. But also it's entertainment. But it's a company and they're doing really well. And it's down at a support level. And remember what I said? We're looking for 1, 2, and now the third bounce. We have a green nice candle, even though I'm colorblind. I'm guessing this is green. And we have a nice reward risk ratio where we're going to make 3 times as much as we are risking. So Netflix is the first one, NFLX is the ticker, and the ticker is just the 4 letters that describes the company. The next one, which is also a long, just because we're in 2 short positions already, and we took profit on 1 long and got out on 1 break even, we're adding 2 new ones today. So VRSN is Verizon Inc., and we have 3 nice bounces there as well. We're getting out or getting in with a stop order. So only if it moves in our direction, that is when we get in, which is really, really exciting, of course. So that is the Buffalo update, and I swiftly want to move over to the crypto update, and they really go a little bit hand in hand here as well. I'm going to bring up my dear friend today, the notepad, as well, I think it's an iPad, but notepad to give me some updates here, what's happening in the market. So basically what's happening, and what's worth mentioning, is definitely the bank run. And looking at Bitcoin, you can see as the announcements came out, what we were seeing is actually cryptos rallying quite a bit, from $20,000 all the way up to $24,000, $25,000. Now, this is the very reason Bitcoin was created, and cryptos were created as well, but mostly Bitcoin, because of what happened in 2008. Lehman Brothers went under, and now we have a big situation as well where a lot of banks are in trouble because, yeah, what if the bank gives you, they guarantee you have 80,000, right? If they go under, you get paid 80,000, but what does that help if you have 4 million? Cryptos is you being your own bank. There's no Bitcoin defaulting. So this is a protection, or hopefully something that is now happening. It's actually depegging from the crypto or the stock market, which means if cryptos now go down, before cryptos went down as well, but now maybe crypto is going up instead. So that is a bit what we're looking at the moment. So that is why it's important to be hedged and have both cryptos and stocks in your portfolio, because you just never know. And I guess even properties to some extent. But looking at the crypto market today, that's not only it, right? We need to talk about USDC. USDC got depegged, and I just want to look at that briefly, what that means. So USDC is a stable coin, and these stable coins, they should be stable, which means it should be $1. One coin should be $1, and that was actually the case up until a few days ago. Because it showed that they actually had a lot of money stuck somewhere else, right, in FTX, and now when they could not get it out, then it crashed as a result. Because they should have $1 outside for every token they have. $1. It's being pegged to the dollar. But it fell down all the way to 80 cents. And the last time this happened with Terra Luna, the stablecoin actually went to 0. They are actually going out and saying that USDC, or Circle, that is the founder of it, they are saying that everything is fine. They have the peg is back, no problems, everything is fine. The only challenge here is, of course, that what if that's not the case, right? What if actually they will go under? We don't know. So that uncertainty leads us to actually moving our money to fiat. So on the exchange, we're not holding stable coins at the moment. We're holding fiat instead. So fiat is the pound, dollar, the euro, etc. And another thing I do want to mention here before we jump on into some cryptos we're looking at the moment is the Binance US. Now there's rumors that nothing is confirmed, but Binance US are really struggling with the regulators in the US. And they might even get out of US because what's the point if it's very expensive and there's all these fees? But I think, and we believe, that the US is actually shooting themselves in the foot. Why do we believe that? Well, because they are actually hindering innovation. And if innovation cannot work in US, what are they going to do? They're going to move to another country. And Hong Kong just opened their doors for cryptos as an example. So what does this mean, right? What can we do? Well, we need to wait and see, but maybe if everything moves out of US, maybe that's not going to be the strong economy it once was. And if that's the case, what's going to happen to all the companies that are adopting the blockchain technology in the US as well? So maybe comment below, what do you think, right? What do you think happens to the US if they're actually not letting crypto innovation take place in the country? So we will see what's happening, and I don't think there's going to be any kind of challenges with it. I think hopefully US can come around, which will be very positive for the crypto market as well. And I don't know if you remember, but in the previous episode, the last week actually, we did say in the last couple of weeks, we've said that Bitcoin was up here, right, around this top here, and we said it's probably going to dip down to the 20,000 mark, which it did, and then went up, and that's the only reason it actually went up. The truth is that we spoke about this. We spoke about the Bitcoin futures. And the Bitcoin futures, they create gaps in the market because they're closed on the weekend. And what you can see here is this gap that we marked out a couple of weeks ago, it got filled. It went down, filled the gap, and then went up again. So that is exactly what we're looking for with this. We're looking for patterns that replicate themselves. So I hope you took action on this. So please comment below if you did. And we surely did, right? And I think the market has just consolidated, but the two projects I want to speak about, one of them is Filecoin. We entered at -30 and then -50% again, as per the small cap strategy that we have. And now we're actually a little bit in profit on this. I would say we're even, well, roughly 20% in profit on this move that have happened, which is really, really good, right? So I hope you took action on that as well. If you want to find out more about this, like how can we predict the next moves, for example, and where do we share all that on a weekly basis as well? Well, that is the I Am Insider. So make sure you join our exclusive community. It is for free, so make sure you press the link below so you can get all this information earlier than anyone else. All right, that's very, very important. So make sure you do that as well. Now, one thing I want to show you, and that is this. This is the cheat sheet. The Wall Street cheat sheet, which shows you two things. You have an overlay here. You have the price of Bitcoin. That is the market capitalization for all cryptocurrencies. And then you have the cheat sheet behind it. That is the Wall Street cycle, the psychology cycle in the market, where you go from euphoria, everyone's getting in, it's going to go to the moon, etc. And then you have the depression state, where everyone thinks it's going to go to zero. And as you can see on here, this down here is the depression state, basically. And we are, if the price follows this, we might head a little bit lower in cryptos. There's no certainty of this. We thought it was fun, right? But the message here is we are around the panic, anger, people giving up. That's the moment to not give up. That's what we support you with in the I Am Insider as well. But make sure you don't give up when everyone else is doing it. Because now is the time to really dig your teeth into this, start learning. When do you rather buy? When Bitcoin is at 20,000 or at 68,000? Your choice. We are definitely buying when it's lower. It's on a discount. So that is really the big message here as well. And there's two projects I want to speak about today. One of them is Curve. This is CRV, Curve Finance. And Curve is a really cool project. They're getting into Web 3.0, but they're actually allowing institutions to get into the market as well, which is really important. So as a small cap, it's down 25%, and we're adding this to our quiver today as well. The second one I do want to just talk about and mention is Polkadot. Now, Polkadot is a very, very exciting project. It's down a lot. We have entered this as minus 90%. So currently for us, we are in a losing position at the moment. But this is currently down 20% from its high, and with the CCA strategy, this is really, really exciting, we believe. Now, Polkadot is really interesting because they're doing a lot of work behind the scenes on interoperability, which means they're allowing a lot of blockchains to talk to each other. So some believe that will be the future of cryptos and blockchain, when one blockchain can actually interact and support each other. It's like having a few different internet, and they can actually work together. You can see it like having a bridge over a house, basically, so you can get from one to the other and vice versa, instead of being independent. They're working together, and I think that's really the name of the game here as well. So those are the few that we do want to get into. Now, and one that is kind of we are not looking to get into is BitDAO. So BitDAO is a project that is having a large unlocking at the beginning of 2023. So BitDAO, that's created a huge pressure on that crypto as well. So we believe if they unlock a lot of cryptos, a lot of people will sell, and then that might bring down the price. That's one to avoid. And one is, well, the stocks to kind of avoid is the bank stocks, of course, right? The bank stocks have not been doing very well recently, and we believe with all the rumors that are going around, we think it can be a good opportunity in the longer term, but in the shorter term, we're avoiding the bank stocks. But one that we are looking at the moment is PFE. So PFE is Pfizer. It's down 27% from its high. So that's a VCA strategy here where we invest into these companies every time they fall. So Pfizer is a world-known company, did really well during the corona crisis, but now they've actually bought a cancer treatment portfolio for 43 billion. So that's a lot of money. So in the short term, that could mean they kind of go down, because when you acquire a new company, then you need to adapt its culture, etc., which could take some time. But we think in the long term, that's going to be really, really good for Pfizer. So we're adding a first entry on Pfizer at this point. And then with PAAS, I hope you entered this. Please comment in the chat if you did, because we actually managed to enter at the low. It's up roughly 14-15% from that point as we speak. And then on Fidelity Natural Informant Services, we added a new entry from 38% now down to 48%. So we're adding a new entry on this as well. So that was really the update for Trades of the Week today. And I just want to give you the results before we move on here as well. And from August 2020, we have made 72.28% on the Buffalo, which is really good, I think. All right, we're aiming for 30% per year-ish, or 36. So we're a little bit below that or behind, but still really good considering what happened to the market. And now, today, we're actually locking in at 2.48% on that Google trade. VCA, 2,249%. On the whole portfolio, well, on the money invested. So currently, with the market being down, we're in a losing position on a lot of the ones we're in. Same with CCA and small cap. 1,510% for CCA, and the small cap 4,220. However, we are down on all the positions we're in at the moment. So this is just locked profits on the money we have invested. So don't forget, before we round up for today, join us in I Am Insider if you want to get these types of results as well, because you're going to get information, exclusive content like the crypto of the week, the stock of the week, and exclusive courses so you can get started today. So press the link below before it's too late. I really hope you enjoyed this video and these videos, and I hope you took advantage of Bitcoin dropping below 20,000 as well. I would love to find out, so make sure you comment below. But if you would like to see more of this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, press that like button, and also comment below. It would help us a lot and help the YouTube algorithm to make sure we can also reach more people. But also press the alarm bell so you get notified whenever we have a new update, so you can be ahead of the game and ahead of the market as well. So for myself and the entire team at Investment Mastery, we wish you a really good trading week, and we cannot wait to see your next version of Trades of the Week.